Namaste, blessings and greetings, my angels. Thank you for joining me. Hi there. This is Tigra, and you reach Sacred Sagittarius, Angels Answers All, your Sagittarius station or channel here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me as we continue with your energetic readings for the month of July. I do readings during the first half of the month and then with an update during mid-month. All my readings are blessed, prayed for, and my cards are shuffled before each reading. My videos are time-stamped from the introduction into the time that the reading starts if you wish to advance it. Thank you for watching, and more than importantly, please comment, share, and like so that others in the Sagittarius community can see the videos and it can move up the YouTube algorithm. Your comments and likes really do help the videos to be seen, especially for this being a very small channel. I thank you in advance. Okay, so now we're tapping into our general energies for love for this first half of July. We're going to be using one of the main and probably the first original love romance deck that most readers or spiritualists have used. I like to use it now and again, and we've come a long way from when I've been started really taking this seriously and looking into doing readings and learning more about tarot and astrology. Now there are so many oracle decks regarding love now, many of them created from a lot of YouTube content creators here, others on Etsy, and just throughout the many sources on the internet and where you can get oracle cards. So this is an oldie but goodie, but like my channel, it's one of the original ones in the game. So I like to now and again use it in a reading. Many years ago, for those of you who've been with me, it used to be a staple. This was in every single love reading, but not so much now, again, because there's such a wide variety of cards. But like I said, I like to use it when appropriate. Let's see what the general message is for Sagittarius. Heavenly Father, bless this energies, bless the reading. Thank you for the love and light that you give within me and that you extend through me in these readings. As with all readings, but especially with love readings, what is to be shown will be known, and what is not to be revealed will not be seen. Remember, your intuition and things and thoughts and actions of your partners or other people who have a stake or say in your relationship can alter anything said or shown here today. This is just like a what if things were to stay this course or go this way at the moment. So it's always good, like I suggest, to have a little journal or notebook and keep notes so that you can always come back to these timeless readings. And I do purge my readings sometimes. I don't keep them 24/7 like I used to years ago. So there might be times, you'll see a reading now, maybe a few weeks or a few months later, that reading might be gone. So it's very important that you take notes so that for your own spiritual journey, you can come back and say, oh, okay, Tigra mentioned this on this particular day, and it didn't make sense to me then, but now it makes sense because what she spoke about then is happening now. So remember, we're talking about past, present, and also potential energy when it comes to anything within the readings, especially love readings. The general message that the universe would like for you to have is that you'll have to make it up as you go. And in relationships, sometimes you got to make the issue up as you go is correct. Relationships are challenging. The people that you meet can be just as curious and as odd and intriguing as you can. And you just go with the flow, more or less. Let's see what the messages are for Sagittarius for their July reading as it pertains to love. Ooh. Okay, one card wanted to fly out. Passion. Passion flew out. It's on the floor. Let me see if I can pick it up. So you could be overwhelmed with passion. This could your desire for love or the connection that you have with someone or someone has towards you could be so strong that it's so overwhelming. Because that card, when I say that card flew out, it flew out. Like, look at me. You know what I mean? Like, this is where the energy is. So a lot of you could find yourself in a very passionate relationship, one that was unsuspecting or unexpected, okay? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And for many of you, you might be like, wow, Tigra, this guy or gal is taking my breath away. I never thought love would come again, or I never thought I would find love with this particular person. This wasn't my person that I thought, I would be with. I'm so grateful for him and her, and vice versa. So when you find that type of love connection, or you find your ultimate twin flame or ultimate soulmate, and it is so fiery hot between the two of you, and we're not just talking about sex, we're talking about the love, the compassion. They make you want to sing, and you make them want to sing. You have such a spiritual and combined affection and connection with each other. It is just like you can't contain the heat, right? We're already kind of fiery and spicy, but when you have someone who's equally as passionate and brings that passion to you and gives you that same type of energy that you give in a relationship, it really can be a beautiful thing. A little overwhelming, but also very beautiful. So this could be what some of you might be exploding and receiving this month of July, or this is what some of you already have been involved in, and this is just a confirmation of how great this relationship is, and all the energy and excitement and devotion that's connected to it. We also get love yourself first. Regardless if you're in a passionate relationship or not, always love yourself first. And a lot of who you are and how your relationship will falter or grow, it really stems too from the intensity of how much you believe in you and how much you love you. Remember, you set the example. If you love yourself a certain way, if you set such a high bar and standard for how you respect yourself, others will have to live up to that image in order to be in your presence, to enjoy the passion that you bring as a fiery Sag. So yes, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Men and women want a partner that is attractive, confident, a little cocky, definitely sexy and sexual, but really knows who they are, and has a strong opinion about who they are, and they demand respect, and they demand that you take the high road. Some people really love that. There's others that are the weaker ones, the haters, who are challenged by that. But someone who truly loves you, someone who knows your worth and theirs as well, will love you for you loving yourself and what you represent in that love. Okay? Followed by heart-to-heart conversations. This month of July, some of you can find that you need to have a sit-down with your particular partner. Maybe the passion is not in your relationship as it should be, and you need to have that conversation as to, why things are kind of going off to the left in your relationship, or a relationship that you're starting to kind of try to put together. You feel like, your person isn't really opening up. You feel they're holding back. So, you want to have a conversation with them to say, like, listen, I want you to put your heart on the table, because I'm going to put my heart on the table. I want you to be honest with me. Do you want this relationship? Or are you attracted to me only sexually, or do you see me as a partner that you want to grow old with? What is your intentions? Where do you see us 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years from now, if any? Someone who wants to be with you, or someone that has a sincere interest with you, it should be very easy for them to open up and to be honest with you and have those conversations. And sometimes you need to have those heart-to-heart conversations so that you both understand where you're at. That whether you're on the same path, or you're looking at different things, you're taking the relationship in a different direction, you're assuming one thing, they're doing another. You always have to have communication. Without communication, there is no relationship. I don't care how great the sex is, and how great a cook you are, or how great a dancer and provider they are. Without mutual communication, your relationships are not going to have that foundation that you need for them to be successful. So take time to honestly discuss your feelings, where you are in your relationship. If there's something going on that you need to work out, don't be afraid to say how you feel. You might not be on the same page, but it doesn't mean that you can't be. At the bottom of the deck, worth waiting for. For many of you, the person that you desire or the person that you feel you have the most passion for might not be available right now. They might be in a relationship with someone else, or they might be doing that self-love work that they need to do so that they can be prepared to be with you. But don't give up. Continue to love yourself. Continue to live your life as though that person is already here. Okay? Divine timing is working behind the scenes. So many people give up, and so many people get caught up in the rebound relationships or just settling for less because you are impatient. I'd rather wait for the right one than to keep giving myself to the wrong ones and then building that additional pain and stress and baggage. I want to be right so that when my right one comes, we're good to go. I'm ready, I'm energetic, I'm open to love. So try to keep that in mind. Let's see what additional messages we get to clarify. Well, we get the energy of spring, new seeds being planted, beginnings. So we're not in spring, we're now officially in summer, but the seeds that you planted, the things that you did, the self-work, the sacrifices, the healing, the communication, those heart-to-heart conversations that maybe some of you had, are bringing you back to someone. Maybe you're rekindling a relationship, or your relationship is now off on a better place, or you're finally opening up to let love come your way. Because again, you did the work earlier in the spring, you did the work earlier. So now some of you this month of July might start seeing the success, or start seeing things kind of align themselves for you romantically. With the energy of open up, some of you, like I said, it's either you or your partner could be very shy. You want to be with each other, or you want to talk to each other romantically, but past judgment or past bad connections with failed relationships with others could be preventing you both from taking that step. You're nervous, you're anxious, but unless you talk and communicate, neither one of you will know what the other one is holding back and why you're so fearful. You sense that you want to talk to each other, right? You're playing this kind of hide and seek and tag, but no one wants to say you're it, because you're holding on to fears and insecurities, probably from past connections. So yes, many of you might be shy. Your lover might be shy initially, but if you're really interested in each other and divine timing has finally brought you together, you need to open up and talk. In the middle of the deck, we get fireworks, loving, passionate intimacy. So yes, this month of July, it's funny enough, guess what? Today is the 4th of July, and happy 4th of July. Some of you are going to be having some sparks other than the 4th of July. Your relationship is shooting off fireworks. There is a lot of hot, fiery passion going on. So for some of you, this could be the energies. You might be meeting your person maybe on the 4th of July. You might set off the sparks with that person. Maybe the 4th of July is the day that you finally both open up to each other, or you have that intimate moment, because we're talking about loving, passionate intimacy, seeing fireworks. So while the fireworks are going off outside, you have some beautiful, colorful fireworks going off inside. And even if it doesn't happen on the 4th of July, you still have the whole month. So I'd love to hear about those fireworks in the comments with within class and taste that you might be experiencing. But what a great energy and a great presence to have in your moment, where you are feeling electric because you're connecting with someone sexually or emotionally and spiritually, and you feel those butterflies and the fireworks going off in the relationship. Beautiful feeling, beautiful energy. As we continue on, some of you might be experiencing a breakup, and that might be the fireworks that you wasn't expecting, but that's okay, because fireworks put on a beautiful show, but eventually they do sizzle out. And maybe you needed this traumatic ending to happen in your relationship, because there's someone else better for you, or there's a better opportunity, or you need this space from love at this time. With the energy of the dragonfly, reminding you to find out that some things will be coming to light as you speak to your partner, or information might be coming to you, or it might be coming into you towards this reading. But there's going to be things that you're going to be learning about your relationship, about your partner, or someone that you are involved or want to be involved with romantically, that's going to determine how you react to this person or connect with this person, or the reason why you might break up with this person. Followed by old school. Some of you have an old school way of thinking, or you rather be with, or you have an attraction to someone who has values and can relate to the times, like how you grew up and how things were in the old days. You know, like I look at the young love and everything that goes on now on the internet, and I'm just like, wow, these kids have no clue like what they're missing on, and how things are so different, and not necessarily different in a good way. So I do feel with the old school energy that many of you, excuse her, it's 4th of July, so the fireworks are going to be going off, and if you have pets, it's not one of their favorite things. But for some of you, you have a desire to be with someone from either your high school days, or again from your past, or you want to be with someone who can relate to those things of your past. If you date someone younger than you, it's nice being a cougar, but when you date someone that's your age, you do age appropriate things, and you relate to each other in the same time and space. Followed by paradise. Oh, some of you, this is how you feel. Some of you could be on a romantic vacation right now. You might be spending the 4th of July in paradise. You might be in a beautiful Caribbean island, and prayers to all the fellow Caribbeans and those alike who, they've had bad weather. May they be safe. But if you're fortunate enough to be somewhere where the weather is beautiful, you could be spending your 4th of July in the arms of your lover in paradise. Or you just feel, again, like you're in heaven or you're in paradise when you're with this person, because they bring you joy. They're playful. They make you happy. You enjoy each other's company. It's the honeymoon phase, right? And in the honeymoon phase, you usually are in paradise, right? So enjoy the honeymoon phase, but you got to be able to keep it together and keep that same energy going much later on when the honeymoon is over. The last card from this deck is silence, no contact. Unfortunately, some of you, the fireworks have fizzled out, and you no longer are hearing from someone again because there could have been a breakup. So, and we followed that addiction. Could be because your person had unhealthy addictions, whether it was to money, sex, drugs, whatever the situation was, but it was something that was overwhelming and challenging to the relationship, and you had to part ways. As we continue, let's tap into the energies and the messages from the tarot to see if it brings more clarification to what we've seen so far. Well, we get the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the World card, and with the 8 of Wands. So for some of you this month, romantically, some things might happen, like we said earlier, unexpectedly, quite unexpectedly, and rather fast and swift. This could be also a reminder too for you not to do things too quickly, not to make fast judgments or fast decisions when it comes to relationships, to take your time, to allow divine timing and common sense when going into relationships, especially in relationships where you're not sure of each other and the communication isn't that great. Many of you, the fireworks can be, they happen very fast, right? Fireworks, they light up and burn out really fast. But then what happens afterwards, right? What happens after the fireworks and the honeymoon is over? Do you still have the same interest in each other? Are you still going to feel about each other the same way and enjoy doing the same things later on. That's what you want. You want that lover that's going to be there and love you the same way as as you get older, as you are loving each other now. So with the Four of Cups, for many of you at this particular time, we're always evaluating our relationships, right? We're always evaluating and looking and searching through our feelings and in our emotions. And with the Four of Cups, some of you might be a little bored. You might be a little bored with your love life or bored with your partner because the fireworks have fizzled out. The honeymoon stage is over and you feel like your partner isn't putting enough energy or attention into the relationship. But the cups deals with love and happiness and spirituality. And for some of you, you just need to raise the vibration within your relationship. Okay? Some of you might be feeling restless at this particular time, and you're seeking solitude within your relationship or your partner, but they could possibly be falling short of giving that to you. So you might be unmotivated and kind of bored with your relationship. So this is something that you need to look into, because many of you, the initial impact comes in so quickly with some of your relationships that you fall so fast, right? And everything seems, passionate and sincere, and then as time goes on, it sizzles out. And for a Sagittarius, you've got to keep that fire going to keep us engaged and involved in the relationship. With the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of work, putting in a lot of work into the relationship, and rekindling those fires definitely can help the relationship get back on a better footing. But again, the work has to be done not just by Sagittarius, but also by your partner as well. The Eight of Pentacles also is a reminder that some of you might feel like your work might be interfering, or their work, especially if you have a Virgo per se, because I know Virgos are very intense with their desire to work, could be interfering with the time that they provide in the relationship. Or you yourself might be like, you're going to school, you're trying to get a better paying job, you're trying to enhance your education and your skills, and that is the priority. So it's just trying to balance out between doing what you want to do for yourself to make yourself better as far as how you contribute to the relationship financially, but also keeping yourself balanced enough to be putting in the time and showing the love and energy to your partner, and vice versa. You have to be kind of like everything to yourself and to them at the same time, so that no one feels left out. And that same admiration, that same intensity that you gave to each other in the beginning of the relationship, you're going to continue giving it throughout. It's challenging. It's not easy to do, but it's something that if you don't do it, the relationships do fail. And with the World card, the great thing about it is that this is a spiritual journey. Your relationships, especially your romantic ones, there's a sense of responsibility and the enlightenment that your relationships give you. Whether the fireworks are sparking or they're out, the ability to continue to fight for love and to be present in your love and to express your love and to do all the things that brings you harmony and peace and unity in your relationship really does complete you. It completes not only you, it completes the life cycle and the connection that you have with your partner. As we go forth, let's see what this deck brings us. Stranger danger. Be careful of online activity. If you have a partner or someone that you're dating or you're just now talking to and you met them online, or you find that when you're around them or when you're talking to them on the phone, they're always online. They could be a compulsive online dater, or they're just really involved with online activity. And it could be something in a negative way, that they spend so much time on it that they could be speaking to other people, that they don't have time for you. It's also the sign that someone online could be checking you out. Someone can have access to your information. Someone who would like to get to know you and be with you romantically is looking into your life behind the scenes. So try to curb your online activity and watch who you give and share your information with. With the energy of multiple babies, be careful also of those partners. You know, this is why you have those sit down conversations, because some of them might have multiple, you know, baby mamas that that they're taking care of. They have a lot of children. When you're dating, especially when you're meeting people, I apologize, they're starting the fireworks now, so she's kind of feeling it. You know, they have too much in their hands, and anyone who has a lot of financial responsibilities and they have a lot of children and multiple baby mamas, it's very hard not to say that you're not going to have any drama, because you have to interact with their children and with the baby mamas. So there's this show on TV, on the internet, called Pop the Balloon, and it's like, people looking for love, and the guests, the men or women, who are part of the contestants on the show, they pop their balloon if they hear something that doesn't interest them in the particular person that has come to the stage looking for love. And many people pop their balloon when they hear someone has more than one baby mama, because, or a baby daddy, whatever the case may be, because the drama that comes with it. So please, if you're looking for love, or you just started talking to someone and you have those conversations, always check into whether or not they have children, and if so, how many children do you have, and how many baby mamas, or baby daddies that you have, because that's overwhelming for your person alone, and definitely it will bring drama into your relationship. It's just like no way to get around it. One maybe, but when you're talking 2, 3, and definitely more than that, that just is it's hard for anyone. It's hard for your person. You can date them and talk to them, but to really think you can have something established and not have an interruption, or not get drawn into the problems that he or she might face with these other people that they co-parent with, that's a tall task. So be careful of that. We also get the card of Diva. Be careful of those who think they're just too good, or the partner or the person that you're talking to is someone that's attracted to you, that is used to getting their way. They want to be wined and dined. They think they're the apple's eye. They're the arm candy. Listen, no one is more important than you, okay? Or they should be your equal. No one should feel that they're better than you, and they should be treated exceedingly more than you. So if you run into a diva, and that can be both female and male divas, again, if that's not something that you're into, stay away from it, okay? Because again, they demand a lot and they need a lot. The bottom of the deck, we get Fair Base. Someone is trying to control you through manipulation. Someone is like, I don't want to say that they're threatening you, but in their language, their body language, the things that they say, the things that they do. If you live with someone romantically, or if you're married to someone, and they pay for mostly for everything, and they provide the roof over your head, they could use that as a way of saying, if you leave me, where you're gonna go, what are you gonna do? So never be that dependent on someone that you lose your independence when you're ready to leave. When you're ready to leave a relationship, you should be able to leave it whether you pay the bills or not. Again, don't let anyone have the upper hand, and you never let anyone steal your joy when it comes to love and how you desire, to be loved. Before we come to a close, only because it is 4th of July, I picked today to do this reading with all the fireworks going off. But hey, that's the passion in life. That's the fireworks of, the bombs bursting in air, right? And everything else. That's how love is. Love can be explosive. Love can be powerful. It can be noisy. It can be loud, right? It grabs your attention. And as we close for this first half of July, and I don't like to make the monthly, readings long, because again, I do weekly love readings for you. You get weekend love readings. So you're getting a lot of constant love readings and updates throughout the month. So there's no need for me to, give you an hour and a half to 2 hour love reading. If you need a long reading like that, then I would suggest you get a personal reading. As we close, we're going tapping into my message muse deck. We get Sweet Sticky Thing. Ooh, yeah, I tell you, there's a lot of summer energy, love, passion, desire. Many of you opening up to love, starting new relationships or rekindling relationships. It's going to be a hot, spicy time for many of you during the month of July or this just summer months. You also get, you don't know what you got till it's gone. People from your past who did you wrong. They're not in the best of relationships right now, and boy, are they missing you, Sag. But like most people, they don't realize it until you're gone. Nobody realizes the worth of who they have in a Sag and how beautiful Saggy is until they're gone. So definitely, they didn't know what they had until you were gone, and they are suffering for it now. Heartbreak Hotel. Yeah, a lot of your ex-lovers or people that you're breaking up with right now are checking into Heartbreak Hotel, or has been a resident in it for some time since, you haven't been with them. I'm sure they've dated and they've been in other relationships, but their heart has never been satisfied. They haven't received that same attention and passion and unconditional love and sincerity that Sagittarius brings to the table. So, they're playing it off for their friends and family and their peers. But trust me, they are a resident of Heartbreak Hotel. They definitely didn't realize what they had in you until you were gone. And then we end with the final card, where did we go wrong? And it's funny, that a person that's no longer with you that realizes now, what did I do? Like, how did I let this gem of a Sag leave my life? This goes for my male and female Sagittarius. We are gems. And instead of saying, what did they do wrong in the relationship, it's saying, where did we go wrong? Because, most people don't want to fess up or admit to themselves that they made the mistake in the relationship, that they cheated, that they lied, that they hurt Sagittarius. So they definitely are going through it thinking, where did they go wrong? Or if they want to kind of include you in the blame, where did we go wrong? They definitely feel like they didn't recognize the worth and value that they had in you as a partner. And their heartbreak is real. They definitely are talking to people and stuff, but they're not happy at all. Okay, so a lot of explosive energy, both on the good side as far as new relationships and passion between you and some of your lovers. Others of you, the past is hurting some of your past lovers because they can't reconnect with you, and their future and their present situations, that bliss isn't there. That passion isn't there in their relationships that they thought for sure they were going to have, and continue to have after they left you. And others of you, there are people who are interested in you, but might be interested in you for the wrong reasons. People who are interested in you that are looking into your personal life, which I think is kind of creepy without you knowing. So just be careful who you give your information to, who you share it with, and who you talk to online. Do your homework. Always play it safe. Sit down and have those heart-to-heart conversations with your loved ones, and especially with those when you're first getting your feet wet. For those of you who are enjoying the fireworks literally on this 4th of July, God bless you. And those of you who are enjoying the fireworks and the fiery passion in your love life, whether you're just starting it again, or your relationship is just growing and getting better day by day, God bless you, and may your union continue to be hot and spicy and blessed with God's love and with all the intention of, unity and peace and harmony that you deserve. Namaste.